News just coming in. There's been a massive protest by Hindus in Dhaka. There are slogans of Shri Ram that are being chanted on the streets of Dhaka. Hindu groups are demanding the hanging of Deepu's killers. Remember, 2 Hindus have been lynched in Bangladesh. I have Ankit Tyagi joining me on the phone line from Dhaka. Ankit has been tracking all the developments happening in the capital as well as around. Ankit, massive human chain that's been formed. Can you describe to us more about this human chain, the protests and the demands by the organizers?
Well, this is an organization called Hindu Mahayog. It is an organization which is a mix of Hindu religious identity along with Buddhist and other minorities in Bangladesh. And this protest took place right outside the press club here in Dhaka, where the human chain was formed, demanding and reminding the government of the rights of the minorities in the sense of insecurity that they feel after the ouster, of course, of Sheikh Hasina. And since then, the attacks which have taken place on the minorities, Deepu Chandradas, the latest victim of the mob lynching, they more than, the big voice that was raised here with, was that these false allegations of blasphemy which are put on any member of the minority community, as was the case of Deepu Chandradas, and they are lynched brutally. So the members were demanding, even if any allegation is made, at least there should be an investigation, and asking the Yunus government to ensure that there is, of course, sense of security as far as the minority community in Bangladesh is concerned. This protest, which just concluded about half an hour back at the Dhaka press club, there were, of course, a lot of Hindus, those who had come, and they were, along with Shri Ram, they also were chanting Jai Durga Mata and other, of course, to identify themselves as Hindu and say that this is as their land as the majority Muslims in Bangladesh. Now, this has, of course, been a matter of concern, and the mob lynching of another man, Amrit Mandal, who the government says has nothing to do, as far as the communal angle is concerned. They deny the communal angle, but even then, if people are taking law in their own hands, if democracy is in fact deciding the fate on any allegation, that puts a serious question mark on the ability of the caretaker government under Mohammed Yunus to ensure the safety and uphold the law and order in the country.
Ankit, you've been there for a while. I want to understand from you in your conversation with Hindus in Bangladesh, how scared are they today?
There is a sense of fear for sure. The situation is tense as far as Hindus are concerned. You move out of Dhaka, there is a sense that in the hinterland especially, the people are living in palpable fear. Anybody can come and throw a blasphemy allegation on you, and when it's a fair game or a free game, as far as the crowd is concerned. And that kind of attitude is, of course, giving rise to a lot of insecurity, though Mohammed Yunus has said that, they are going to ensure safety for the Hindus and the other minorities here. Yesterday was Christmas. There was a massive security arrangements which were made in Dhaka and all across to make, to give a sense of protection. But the fact remains that there is growing sense of anti-India, which is also fanned by a lot of propaganda from YouTubers, those who are sitting abroad. And that is something that the Yunus government has failed to counter. A lot of journalists, those who have been under attack, minorities, those who have been under attack, they feel that the Yunus government, either the police does not act in time, or if they do, they act late. So that means that there is some sort of a complicity, and it's by default that Jamaat is in fact driving the agenda here. That is the fear that people have. And this is something that now the community is looking at, whether it is Tariq Rahman or other community leaders, because Awami League politically is nowhere to be found. They are hoping that the BND would in fact strike a chord of reconciliation, and the situation, in fact, can be normalized in Bangladesh for the minorities.
All right, Ankit Tyagi, thanks for joining me on the phone line there. Human chain organized by a Hindu outfit there, demanding justice for Deepu Das. Remember, he was lynched at a factory. And after that, another Hindu man, Amrit Mandal, has been killed by a mob. Amrit Mandal was beaten by a mob over an alleged extortion attempt. Monday allegedly was involved in several criminal activities and had multiple pending cases against him, including that of murder. Now, the interim government in Dhaka said that the matter was unfortunate. All right, I'm being told that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is speaking in New Delhi. He's at the Bharat Mandapam, and he is part of an event commemorating Veer Bal Divas. Prime Minister Modi there interacting with some children. We'll try and get you the audio there. But Prime Minister Modi is at the Veer Bal Divas event. This is in the national capital at Bharat Mandapam. We'll try and get you the audio shortly. Well, we're going to continue with our coverage on Bangladesh. Amrit Mandal is the second Hindu who has been lynched by a mob over an alleged extortion attempt. Allegedly was involved in several criminal activities and had multiple pending cases against him, including that of murder. The interim government in Dhaka said that the matter was unfortunate, but added that it was not at all a communally motivated incident. They've rejected any communal angle in the incident, saying that the murder happened due to Amrit's attempts to extort money and calling attempts to communalize the incident malicious propaganda. Meanwhile, the ousted former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, has released a statement condemning the UNIS government for atrocities against non-Muslims, saying that the government was interfering in Bangladesh's citizens' rights to freedom of religion.